Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my boyfriend when he said me and my sisters are a fantasy? Prior to this breakup, my boyfriend, male 26, and I, female 21, had been together for almost a year. It really broke my heart to do this, but honestly, what he said was so disgusting to me. So, also relevant, I am a triplet. I have two identical sisters, and as we grown up, we look less alike, but we are still obviously triplets. The only thing that helps is our different styles. And one of my sisters recently got a really short haircut. But yeah, we look very similar. I'm sure you see where this is headed. So me and my BF and my sisters and some of my boyfriend's friends were out drinking the other day. This was my sister's first time meeting these friends. And like always, people kind of asked about the triplet thing. We were talking to two of them in particular. They asked us a question we get a lot, so we all said no at the exact same time. Everyone laughed, but one of the friends goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, don't do that. It's making the fantasy worse." I was like, huh? My other sister, who's very outspoken, was like, "What the F did you just say?" That friend proceeds to fumble his way through an explanation of having sex with twin triplets. This is not the first time we've heard of this, but it never gets less gross. I just rolled my eyes and we stopped talking to him. That night, I went home with my boyfriend and asked him if he heard what his friend said. He was like, "Yeah, I did." He kind of messed up by saying that. I was like, "Yeah, I know it's so gross that people think that." My boyfriend goes, "Well," I was like, "Ew, do not tell me you've seen that." He was like, "Seeing it. I think about it. He kind of wasn't wrong." It honestly took me a minute, but I was like, "Are you seriously saying you think about having sex with my sisters?" My boyfriend says, "No, no, 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 just your sisters. But like all of you, yeah, that kind of be trippy." These, that's disgusting. Those are his exact words. I was literally so grossed out, I got up and left. My boyfriend tried to make it better by saying it's just because he thinks I am so pretty, but at that point, nothing could have made it better. I broke up with him. I feel horrible, and I do miss him. But am I the a hole? Sometimes honesty is not the best policy, and you should keep your thoughts, especially when they're disgusting like this, to yourself. Like, what happened to keeping your thoughts and what's in your head to yourself anymore? Like, why do people want to share every single thing these days? Oh yeah, I want to sleep with you and your sisters because you guys are triplets and you guys are so damn hot. Saying that to your girlfriend sounds outrageous. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my son and his pregnant girlfriend move back in with me? My son, we'll call him Jake, 23, has always been an independent and hardworking guy. After graduating college, he moved out, got a decent job, and seemed to be doing well for himself. A few months ago, he introduced me to his new girlfriend. We'll call her Emily. She seemed nice enough at first, but over time, I started noticing some red flags. She quit her job shortly after they started dating, claiming she wanted to find something better, but hasn't made much of an effort to look. She also has a bit of spending problem, always wanting to go out to expensive restaurants and buying new clothes despite not having a steady income. Recently, Jay came to me with some news. Emily is pregnant, and they want to move back in with me to save money. They plan to get married and raise the baby together. I was taken aback. While I love my son and want to support him, I don't think moving in with me is the right solution. I work hard to provide stable home for Jake when he was growing up, and now that he's an adult, I believe he needs to learn how to handle his own responsibilities. I told Jake that while I'm excited to be a grandparent and will help out in other ways, they can move in with me. I offered to help them find a more affordable place to live and promised to assist with some baby expenses, but I can't have them living under my roof. Emily was furious and Mm, Emily was furious and accused me of not caring about their future. Jake seemed disappointed but understood my reasoning. Now, Emily has been posting on Facebook about how I'm abandoning them in their time of need, and some of our family members have reached out saying I shall let them move in temporarily. I feel bad, but I also believe that enabling them won't teach them the independence they need. I don't think OP is like a hard a-hole. I just think that I feel like she thinks like she's one of those people that once a child is over the age of 18, they don't need you anymore. But the thing about kids is once you have a child, your kid's gonna be 50 years old and they still gonna need you and you need to open your doors for them. I don't think it's enabling to help out like your hardworking kid that fell on hard times. It's not like he was a bum who went out and got a girl pregnant. like she said in her own words, he was hardworking, graduated college, found a decent, stable job, and now he's just going through a little bit of a rough patch. Maybe she can teach him not to impregnate crazy women. Don't want to work and I don't want to do anything. And I just want to spend money and go to crazy restaurants. But yeah, I feel like I should just help her son out just one time. Then after that, it will be enabling him. But everybody falls on hard times. Like everybody needs of time where they're gonna be falling on hard times and they need help. You just help her son out just this one time. Am I the a-hole for being hurtful towards my children after I found out they had been contacting my affair child? I have a daughter who is a result of an affair. I'm aware that makes me an a-hole. I truly have no excuse. My wife is a saint who agreed to give me a second chance, but was very clear she did not want my daughter in her house. I agreed, though I did want to be in my daughter's life. Due to some unfortunate circumstances, my daughter Daisy came to live with us when she was 15. I made sure all of the labor fell on me as not inconvenience my wife. Understandably, my other children did not want a relationship with Daisy, and I never pushed it. Daisy married into a lot of money. I'm talking about a man who thinks it's normal to use helicopters like cars, and going to our house is like something out of Downtown Abbey. My children met Daisy's husband once, and I thought that was it. But I recently got a text from Daisy saying, "Can you tell your legitimate kids to stop talking to me, please and thank you?" I was confused, and she sent me screenshots of them apologizing for not knowing her better and claiming they loved her. Daisy accompanied these texts with cash emojis. I confronted my kids and told them that they had embarrassed me and should be embarrassed about themselves. I said they wouldn't have sent those messages if she married the local mechanic and to leave her alone. My kids were very hurt, and my wife exploded saying, "How dare I call our kids embarrassments when they were being kind to their sister." They weren't being kind to their sister. They wanted her money. They're trying to get in her pockets now that she married. One thing I've never really understood, and I know I'm about to go on a ramble, is people who mistreat children that are born out of affair. Like at the end of the day, this child is not the cheating father who cheated on his wife, wrecked his entire home. He's not the just not. This is just the innocent child. Like, what did this child do to deserve so much animosity and so much disgrace? Like, they call children born out of wedlock illegitimate. They call them bastards. They call them like all sorts of names. For what? The action to punish them for the actions of a grown adult that willingly cheated and opened their legs. Like, I don't get it. Even as a woman, like, if you know you were married, the man you're with is married, you know damn well that's not gonna even go good. So why would you spend your time sleeping with a married man to begin with? Like, some people are very dumb, and then the consequences of their actions, their poor innocent children have to deal with it.